Hello, everybody. Uh, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm here trying to figure out all the things on a flight. You guys know how when I traveled in there, there is going to be some little things, but we got to cover. For um, too much going on. Too much is happening right now. Intense energies. Some is going to be positive. Some going to be negative. Somebody's going to be things, as you guys know in the previous, we talk about the things is going to be rising in the surface since the new moon. It's all about relationships with anything, anyone, anything, and so on. But consider it within this for to it what's right, what's wrong. There is no right or wrong in there. It's about learning of what is has to be doing the right way, the proper way, the more matured way, and so on. And what is that coming from? The sun, it's in Libra, which is relationships. Mars is in Cancer, things with family situations, and Chiron that shows up this unhealed self right now. It is coming in. So, as what is it the moon is going to do? It is the moon, is it is the intuition, taking it a new road, taking it a new path. Right there, without intuitions and an Aquarius in there, it's not about what is good or what is right, what happened, what the situations, or so on and so on. It is about to learn and improve, upgrade, and so on. So if you get in a situations in there, particularly that right now we are kind of like a lot of intensity and emotional levels are coming in. Where is this coming from? It is about Mars is in Cancer in there squaring the Sun for the moon right now. It's squaring Venus. There is a lot of unhealed situations in there with Venus that it's pointing out, particularly that Venus right now and Scorpio can be a very wounded in there for because she's opposing Uranus. Uranus it says, can't predict it. Certain things, you can't predict certain emotions, you can't predict certain um, things inside. Mercury right now is still opposing, in a way, Karen, but he is squaring Pluto. It's like, I don't want to change. So there could be old things. I don't want to change. I'm like this. I'm like that. I get it in there. This could be a lot of things that's going to be happening right or wrong in a so way, in a so many unpredictability. What you need to understand within that energies right there, particularly you're going to see it at 1 o'clock and at 7 o'clock energies for that. You're going to see it. It's going to have everything. Okay. You're going to have absolutely everything that exists underneath, pretty much underneath the sun as an energies and emotions as the triggers for. But what it could be this purpose in there? Purpose is to take a new road. Always been, okay? Always been to learn, to improve, to get in there. Some of you maybe is gonna feel like escape. Like what? I'm done. I'm escaping. I'm just gonna pack my stuff and I'm gonna move out. I'm just gonna be. Don't say nothing to nobody. Which is that's what the Mercury unhealed pattern in there is like. I'm just gonna be doing this. But Mercury is looking at the divine energies towards the Neptune, and I'm so talking about for there is a lot of divine energies underneath the surface for um 7 o'clock energies tough times, even to 8 o'clock energy as you see it. This is a rich astrology charts. Those are rich energies. They can go in any way. You can't really predict. There's so much things, and since we have this energies up here that it's coming towards us, it's gonna be affecting you on one way or another. On one way, for. As long as you remember there is no right or wrong, there is only a learning. This is going to be the path. It's kind of like a learn the things from it. What are you going to do with the learning? And what's going to be your actions and reactions is going to be shows up on the basis of how you're going to act on the energies. Okay. But your action cannot be in those kind of like ways of misunderstandings, okay? And based of the old immature way, it's got to become something new. So with this energies that it's the ascendant at 8 o'clock and it's going to come out, those things coming out on the surface. You don't like what's coming out on the surface. I mean, we talk about those are unhealed patterns. The worst thing that you can do is about those unhealed patterns when they're unserviced, either from your own self or even from other people in there, is to take time to understand them because it's like all of a sudden, what is this? For those are the unhealed patterns. They were hidden into the shadow. They were hidden it deeply within the subconscious levels. And when they come out, they're not going to be pretty. Okay, you've been hitting, you were supporting, suppressing in there for, and right now is about those situations. Pay attention of what you have on the three zodiac signs, which is there's going to be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Beautiful energies in there, feeling it with this. They are cooperating with Chiron. The energy is about let's see this so we can fix friendship, misunderstanding, and evolution. For particularly, it's gonna be this mother situations, sun. That's the moon is gonna providing towards Mars, towards the masculine energies in there, which is gonna be a positive. Only thing that you have to look on these situations is that the moon it's gonna begin to square Uranus. It's gonna be your intuitions when you going against the universe. It's gonna be the time, the rough time when you're like, you know what, I don't want this stuff anymore. I cut it off. I'm bolting out. I am avoiding, I am escaping, I am just, this is what the test is. You to actually mature from all this, and it's like, I gotta go forward. I can't continue like this. I cannot continue the way this blah 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 thing is. I gotta go. But you can't have also a lot of negative energies, negative emotions, negative reactions because both Mars and Venus are under pressures right now. In even though they're cooperating together. Okay, beautiful trine between Mars and Venus that it's coming for. There has been these beautiful trines of emotions but you're gonna see when the moon is gonna comes in, it's gonna be able to support it. And this is what today is about: your intuitions in there to lead you. Use the Tao's energy. Usually that is a like, okay, we have situations, so on. I have to go meet the sun and early morning. I cannot make decisions at night. I have to take a sleep over and I will see with a fresh mind and early in the morning. I can go meditate. I can go deep within me. I can go deep inside, get inside of myself to really understand and foresee it. And this is the moment of patience is going to come because with all those unhealed patterns in there, if you're unhealed, you will react the wrong way. If you look at it, 2 days ago, the report, I made a report on the fly in there. For some reason, that report was set private. A lot of people didn't see it, but it is what it is for this. So as we continue over to the day, there 9 o'clock, things is gonna be interesting. They're gonna push towards Venus and the moon as the midheaven it is opposing the moon and Venus. Right now, you can feel really this feminine worries, these feminine situations that are gonna comes out like. What about the family? What about me? What about all this? I don't like this new things that came out on the surface. I don't like the situations. But if you see that the moon, Jupiter, and the sun, they're all together, they're like, take this intuitions, takes this authority, review what it was not growth, and then work on it. And this is that maturity time to take off the time to understanding because you haven't worked those issues out. The issues that rise up on the surface, you haven't worked them out. Maybe you worked them out at a certain point, but there wasn't that particular things. Okay. Maybe something is there within the subconscious. It's going to come out. And that's going to be coming out in about 2 days when the moon is going to be meeting Saturn. All right. So this is like take a day or two or whatever. Don't prolong it, but take time to understand what you're dealing with. Okay. Because there was a reason why you did not deal with these things and now they came out on the surface. Okay. Don't act fast, premature. Take your time. Take your time for this. Um, okay. There you go. 10 o'clock is a 10 o'clock energies, the midheaven that it's at Virgo is about healing. You need to be healed in the new road that you're going. The unhealed patterns were not allowed. And those kind of like energies will remind you of what you need to work on yourself. Okay. Because the unhealed patterns, as you look at it later on and in the next hour, they're going to come out in there at 11 o'clock and they have their own divine purpose. But that is it connecting with what? With Jupiter. Jupiter is the growth. Growth as a friendship. Friendshipness and what? And anything. Okay, this is the third house. This is the house of socializing, social butterfly, and so on and so on. But it's a Gemini. It can be the good Gemini or can be the bad Gemini, right? Taking the things personally for it. Hi, Donna. Thank you for having you here. And yeah, you're welcome for those reports too. And as at this time at 11 o'clock, you see that the ascendant right in here, okay, it is a Scorpio. What does that tell you? Currently, Venus is not fully opposing, it's not really the energy opposing the universe. But in about a few days, this energy is going to come too strong. The emotions is going to be triggered in there. And since all that energy, it is about, as you see, these red lines with the moon and so on. For me, this is very rich energies, guys. The intuitions can kind of like be on this negative, thinking the negative way. But is it really negative? Is it really positive? It is a really thing, or it just shows up a conflict that it's not resolved internally with self. So as the moon is going to be digging in, she's got the options is in there to it for as Uranus, which is unpredictability. You can be unpredictable and the emotions of love, just like you don't know what is because you're fighting the universe in there. It's like universe shows you something, can you fight it? You can maybe whatever might that be. And also since the moon it is squaring all this, that is a gonna be this heavy emotions. Okay. The similarity is between us and Mars, Chiron, and the Sun. This has been for a while. In there, it's been bubbling it up. It's been kind of like asking you to go dive deep in there about your masculine energies. The proper masculine energies right there is like working with the universe, leave things in the hands of the universe. You cannot change other people, you can change only yourself. And when you end up in a situations, you have to look who you. Okay, don't look at about other people. First, what did you do wrong? So you can change your own pattern and other people, they have to do their own pattern, not you. You cannot change people. They have to make decisions and do it on their own. It's their part of the inner work. Okay. Intensity, it's a relationship and me, ego versus me about because you're thinking about me. There is a lot of this energies going, a lot of destructive pattern because that me part doesn't like within us. So there's just so much in there. It's like I don't like what you are because when we are together or wherever it is in there because that's is a relationship. So in there that could be any relationship from uh, personal relationship with a loved one to family to relationships at work to relationships and public service could be a relationships in the politics international politics absolutely everything it could be even religious could be cultures spiritual and so on it is so much has been going on so at this particular times is about what you're telling yourself. Okay. If you're telling yourself, I cannot handle it currently, this energy, the ascendant that is it, that Sag is leading up here to this Chiron's energy. You see, there's a lot of energies coming in from this towards Chiron, even the moon. Okay. The moon is sextiling Chiron. The moon is the mother that knows how to heal. She takes and finds a new way. Okay, maybe we cannot do it this way, or can we do it the other way? Can we find this other path? Can we find this? Essence is an Aquarius is about taking into the new road. You're not destroying, you're not walking away. You find a new way to work it out the issues. And that's what it's leading to maturity. The energy has been bubbling, as I said, and as you guys see it up here, so much that it's not even funny to talk about. Later on at 2 o'clock, that energy is gonna calm down a little bit after all this. It has been too beautiful time in there, but the work has to be done. And you're going to find that out because the ascendant that is at a Capricorn in there, it is squaring the north node. It's also squaring the south node in there too. But particularly with that energy is about the north node we're talking about. You're doing the work for the future that he built. You're not doing the work because of just because. Okay. It cannot continue that way. That's what this is. If you have so many issues with yourself, you have to work on yourself. You have some issues with other people, you have to look at your relationships with another people. If you have to go ahead and if you die to work relation situations in there, that is it. What is this about? We cannot continue growing within this or doing the same thing and expecting more and more productivity when the machine is crapped out. We need to stop depending on this machine. Let's fix this machine once and for all, and let's put it on a way so this machine can be dependable. Politics, this could be, let's make it at these situations. This cannot be going there. Keep it at this politics situations and let's move it forward. It cannot be continue the old ways acting in maturity. Okay, because Jupiter is and Gemini. That's what it is. Maturity begins with the things you have emotionally wise with others. Okay. Challenges, of course, is going to be challenges. We're talking about masculine energies all over the place. Chiron square Mars, Mars squaring the Sun is squaring the Ascendant and Capricorn, cardinal. This is a cardinal conflict in the masculine energies. Yeah, that's how it is. Okay, that's how it is. You gotta get it. It's gonna be triggered. But without the energies in there, for since the Mars is descending in there, that is gonna help you as a masculine energies to be a little bit suppressed. For and you're gonna be able to see what it's not healed because isn't a part of the descendant. Okay, so ascendant is what you see on the front of you. The midheaven is what you're thinking right now. The personal problems of the situations is the descendant, which is it's behind your neck, in there, for that is it, the energies that it's already okay. I got it. I have to go dive deep with that. That is also it's a purging process. So basically, Mars is going to go down and it's purged. But is it really going to be down and purged? But in this case, because of Chiron is down below, that energy behind your head, it's right in here. So if you keep that negative side, it's not going to help you. But if you Mars understands, I'm doing this for the love, I'm doing this with the proper love within me. I got the right visions of these uncertainties in there, and I'm looking at for these changes in a subconscious as Neptune is. So what happened? You're talking a little bit different within yourself, and that energy is coming down and set the proper intuitions in there. Okay. So that proper intuition is understanding, okay, the problem, the issue, there is a confrontation, situations, so on. As a case, well, however, in your case, it might be, things that happens in there. For it is about like, okay, let's put the facts, let's put this. You don't have to judge. It is about you to understanding the problems and take the new path. Okay, the real reasons, because right now we have the issues that rise up, the real issues, because you've been telling them probably if you that's for work, you've been telling that this machine is bad, is ugly for so long, and now the machine is completely cropped out because they didn't want it to fix the machine, they wanted to constantly work. Just patch it here, there, patch it here and there. It's like your car. You cannot patch it here and there, and then all of a sudden you go on a drive and the car is crapping down on the road, and you're like blowing off your fumes and everything. That it's not healed, it's coming out and there, and you're in the middle of the road. You don't know where you are, and this is why you're finding the new path inside of you. That you should be taking care of the car. You should stop. You can service. You set the car in a service. They service it properly. They fix what it is supposed to be, and you're gonna continue in your road. We need to understand it takes time. And with this cardinal changes that coming up for you did this, you're gonna be having this little bit of peace of mind. Again, you're telling yourself you understand what it has to be for. It's a 4 p.m. As energy. Um, Beautiful. It's beautiful times in there. The ascendant is at Aquarius, particularly towards Lilith, and brings in this peace when you resolve things. And when you resolve things, what happens? You take the pressures out, right? What do you do sometimes? Sometimes when you see somebody is under the pressure and you just go and poke them and like, calm down there. Let's release the pressure. Let's release the tensions. Let's release the things that are needs to be released. And as the Mars is down below, it is about like let calms down this energy. As you see this Mars Pluto in there for is not that much active, which is pretty good. We are very happy that this doesn't happen. Otherwise, this could have led to a lot more really physical confrontations in that sense. Capricorn, it's more physical presence too. All right, 5 o'clock energies. The midheaven is in a Sag that talks about this communications healing. Okay, it's time to heal. It's have to talk about resolving and the proper actions that needs to be taken about the healing for. This is the time you need to see. But if you don't want to do it, nobody can like you. And you're going to be facing the energies of Jupiter that it's retrograde. It's like this. I've done this before. I got it. I know what the results are, and I'm not just. You basically take one side and continue the whole way. You've been there, done that, and all of a sudden, I've been there, done that. It is. But because I've been there, done that, you didn't actually did the right thing. You're like, okay, let's just patch the car right now so it can get me going, and later on I will fix it. But that later on never happened. It's the same thing with the issues that comes out on the surface in there. Yeah, I will work a little bit, but I'm not going to deal with the whole time. I'm going to deal with this later on. And this is why those energies, when they comes in, they come out on the surface. It's like it's time for it. You have to fix it. Whatever the time is, it's divine time. 6 o'clock, intensity begins to build up. I warn you a few times, guys, 7 p.m. Okay. And this is not going to be for these energies bubble up towards the unhealed patterns within authority. Be mindful about the authority. You can't just go against the authorities of other people. And this is what leads to this um, Mars Sun problems in there. Authority, two masculine authorities trying to do the same thing. So this energies for can be highly intensive as the ascendant. It's rising with Chiron. The unhealed wounds. It starts coming up at 6 p.m. Midheaven is in Capricorn in there. That additionally talking about this cardinal pressure. And here is the cardinal pressure. We're talking about 7 p.m. You see this in your chart. It's too much, and it can go in any way, any directions, in any situations isn't there. Particularly that we are talking about Uranus is opposing Venus. Venus is in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio can be like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna go into the dark stuff. I'm gonna do the dark situations. I'm gonna be doing the dark things inside. I'm just gonna be the darkest as I can be. Okay. And this is this energies. You don't know how much is in buried in the darkness in the subconscious. Okay. How much is buried down there. And now because everything that was down buried it actually comes out with it. So these energies, particularly at the midheaven, there is at Capricorn, it puts intense energies of authority, fight, and unhealed patterns. It's going to be put pressure. You are going to have it. And it's going to be focused within material world as the ascendant is also opposing Venus. And this is what happened is a lot of the people, they have this tendency when things are kind of like a rough and tough, they destroy things. And that destructions in there leads to destructions of the material gain, losing in life. I should have not done this, and I lost everything that I worked so hard for it. Because just a snap on a finger, it can snap on because of this unpredictability. You can just snap it in there, and then you will destroy everything for a 1 second. Huge tower moments are going to be huge tower moments. Okay, but that tower moments destroys you, not other people. Destroys you. So with this energies for right after 7 o'clock, whatever you did, you did. You're gonna deal with the consequences, with the effects, with the situations that are gonna be coming out for transformations is needed. Of course, you need some changes. You can't continue the same way. Like it or not, it's gotta be attentions of what you have in Aquarius in there of this, because those are the energies connecting, as you guys know already. This is gonna be Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. This is gonna be in the next 3 years. This particular energy, as I'm talking about right now in there, this energy is here to stay. This energy is about this. Okay. Those three that are going to be having back and forth going direct retrograde, but this aspects of Pluto trining Uranus, and Uranus sextiling Neptune, and Neptune sextiling Pluto, you're going to have it in the next 3 years. There is no escape out of this. You can abandon another relationship, start up new relationship is going to be dealing with the same crap. You're going to be quitting your job. You're going to go to another place. You're going to dealing with the same crap. You're going to change political situations, parties. You're going to deal with the same crap. There is no escape. And this is what this energies is calling for. Dealing with this. It cannot go in that. Enough is enough. It is what it is. You gotta be standing up for it. 9 o'clock energy is going to be more positive. As you see it on your screen, is going to come out. Pretty much, this is going to be the time when the moon is going to be shifting on the subconscious in there. If you did the bad things, you demolished things, and so on. Now it's the time, like, okay, I'm relieved. I don't have to deal with this. We start thinking aside of it. What happened? If there's something bugs you, it's like I did something wrong. Admit it to yourself. I did something wrong. That is, it takes more power to compare it like, oh, I didn't did everything, but you need to take time to revolve, to uh, reevaluate yourself from within. Okay, talking about these energies that Venus it is opposing Uranus, and Uranus is with the moon. It's squaring the moon. Usually, when Uranus squares the moon, that is a like the universe. You going against the universe, and you don't see why the universe brought this to you because your emotions are too strong. Feminine energies could be a really on their lower points. Fears, lack of, because Venus is in the fears right now. To fears, situations, lack of growth, but also that can trigger this negative signs. It's like I'm going to be negative. I'm afraid of it. I don't want to do it. I'm I'm going to live in the fear, and I'm going to use the fear as an excuse. Too much, guys, just too much. All right, but the divine has its own view in there as the midheaven is going to be at Pisces. I was talking about this in there. It is all about buried in the subconscious. And when the subconscious is going to come out at 10 o'clock situations in there, it's going to leading into what we have to process and start thinking differently, process differently, upgrade differently. This is where the end of the spiritual emotions and Pisces are. Okay. Cancer, those are the typical three-dimensional family relationships, cares, and so on. Okay. Scorpio is more about the depth of the intimacies in there that it comes in and as an emotions that it needs to be with others. While Pisces is about the spiritual emotions, the powers of the soul that it's built there, but it's also the weaknesses because there is a duality in there. Did I did the right things? Did I did the right situations? Did I understand the proper energy? Did I'm doing the proper things? And most of the people, they're going to be acting on what? They're going to be acting on this Mars. It is at 11 o'clock. This energies lately has been really digging up in there. If you go at 11 o'clock to bed with the Mars being aggravated and with the sun, particularly the authority in there, within the unhealed ones, you're going to be waking up with that energies in there. Okay. Because that energies, guys, if you remember it, I want to send you back. Guess what happens? That energy woke up with that energy at 7 o'clock in the morning. Why? Why did you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning? Who was there? Mars was here at 7 o'clock in the morning. You'll process it because you went to bed at 11 o'clock with that Mars energies in you. And this is why some of the people don't understand particularly the understanding of this energies that it's coming. Whatever you go to bed, that's how you're gonna wake up. Here is your astrological reasons for you to understanding this process. Okay. So without the processes in here, as we are going to be at 11 o'clock for um, please take your time, and as a Marxist here, see the inner work that it needs to be done within the patterns of the subconscious, within you, within your spirit, within your soul. Double check, and this is why you need time. Okay, right in here to process these truths. That is the sun with the true Lilith. Okay, as the same time we have this shifts of the moon going into water to a lot of emotions in there within Pisces. We have Mercury is going into Scorpio, and Mercury in Scorpio, oh, you can experience any language in there that for you can experience a nice, great emotional explanations, but you can also get and to an very intense, high pressure, and be careful what kind of languages you use or how you take languages from other people with this, because Scorpios, Mercury is in Scorpio. This could be uh, challenging times in there. Okay, could be a challenge in there because you're taking things personally in there. And Scorpio, when it takes things personally, can be vengeful, revengeful, but it also can be going into the depth of its own darkness. And this is when people is going to be really shut down. They're going to be like, you know what? And this is one of those patterns of this Mercury retrograde that you might take things personally too much. And that is it, what leading to this actions. But the actions currently with Mars attached in there can lead to um, a lot of path of destructions, just because you don't want to heal the past to bring the past to life. So you're repeating the same things over and over and over again. It has to come to a moment that these things has to stop. So that's what this is all about there. This is what the astrology report. And guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I am okay right now here when I'm traveling, and I will be seeing you the next time. Okay, guys, if anything comes in, you can sure send an email. That email is right below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. And whatever you do, be love and take time. Take time to understand. Okay. This is going to be able to help you tremendously in your life. All right, guys. Be love.